district attorney before you have a seat. So.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear the evidence you give in this case will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat, sir. Could you tell the jury your name, please?
Michael Lewis,
And, Mr. Lewis, where are you employed?
Georgia Southwestern State University's campus police.
What is your position there?
I am the chief of police there.
Okay, and how long have you been the chief of police?
5 years.
Have you been employed as a police officer in other capacities prior to that time?
Yes.
And how long have you been a police officer?
My 30th year.
Your 30th year?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
In January of 2014, specifically January 14th, 2024. I said 2014. 2024.
Yes, sir.
Not 2020, not 2014. 2024. On January 14th, 2024, did you become aware of an incident or an event that might have occurred on the GSW campus?
Yes, sir, I did.
How did you become aware of that?
I was given a phone call, I received a phone call from Lieutenant Timothy Allen from the Americus Police Department.
And what was your understanding as to where Allen was when he was calling you?
At the Phoebe Sumter Hospital here in Americus, Georgia.
And what did he, just in general terms, okay, what did he advise you of that in terms of this incident or event?
Yes, that there had been an incident that had occurred, that a baby had been brought to the hospital. That was, I think he advised that the baby was unresponsive and that the baby had come from the campus of Georgia Southwestern.
If something had happened to that child on the campus of Georgia Southwestern, technically, what department would have had jurisdiction over that investigation or that incident?
Yeah, Georgia Southwestern would have.
As opposed to like Americus PD or the Sumter County Sheriff's Office.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Speaking of which, let me just be sure that I cover this now. Where is Georgia Southwestern University?
It's GSW Drive, 800 GSW Drive here in Americus, Georgia.
Okay, and what county is that in?
Sumter.
And what state?
Georgia.
Okay, and the Oaks 2 dormitory at GSW, is that dormitory physically on the campus?
It is, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. When you learned that there was a baby at the hospital that was unresponsive and the baby had been transported by someone from GSW, what steps did you take next at that time?
Right. Like I advised, I was actually off duty at the time, so I did advise Lieutenant Allen that I would reach out to Lieutenant Nathaniel Millage, who was actually on duty at the university at the time, and I did in fact do so.
Okay. So you called Millage, and did you give him any instructions or direction about what to do?
Right. So when I initially reached out to him, I reached out to him via my portable radio, which would kept Lieutenant Allen still on my cell phone at the time, and advised him of the incident. He advised me at the time that he was on the phone with Central 911, gathering further information about that incident.
So basically, he got the notification from two different places at the same time. From
Similar-
Central and from
somewhat
you.
similar. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. So what did you instruct Millage to do?
Right, so of course, to go to the hospital and assess what he had and keep me updated.
Okay. Was that essentially to determine if there was a need for further investigation or whether it would in fact be under the jurisdiction of GSW?
Right, just to kind of figure out if the child actually came from GSW and kind of what was going on that led the child from GSW to the hospital.
Okay. Did you subsequently look at some video footage from the campus?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. And do you recall when you did that?
I did that on the day of the incident itself, on the 14th, I want to believe. That Sunday.
And what was the purpose of you looking at video?
Right, just to gather some preliminary evidence, I guess, or to pass on to the GBI, who was going to be actually heading the case by that point.
What were you looking at video of?
Of Oaks 2 dormitory, where Miss Trinity Poague was to have been resided at the time.
Did you prepare a schematic or an outline of various times of things that? Well, did you look at video?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. As you looked at the video, did you prepare a schematic or an outline of the various timestamps of when certain things happened at the dormitory?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. What were those things that happened that you made a note of?
Right, just again, it was trying to look at a digital footprint involving Miss Trinity Poague, Mr. Williams, and the baby Jackson, I think this is the baby's name, just trying to create that digital footprint of them in the Oaks 2 dormitory.
Okay. So in other words, were you looking to see what time they got there, what time they left?
That is correct.
That
yes.
sort of thing?
That is correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 2. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is that?
This is going to be the timeline that I prepared the day in questioning about the video footage in Oaks 2.
Now that's a photocopy
Yes.
of yours. I mean, that's not your original handwriting.
No, no,
there,
no,
is
it is not.
Okay.
It's a copy.
Can you look at it and tell me if it's accurate? I mean, in other words, is it the document that you prepared? When I say is it accurate, I mean, is that the document you prepared?
Yes, sir. It does appear to be my handwriting. Yes, sir.
Tender States 2 at this time, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Submitted without objection.
And if I could have just a second, Your Honor, to speak with Mr. Campbell. All right, Chief Lewis, I'm going to show you a thumb drive, a USB drive that is marked as State's Exhibit 3. There's a little sticker on the other side that says GSW Oaks Dorm Videos 113-14-2024. Have you seen this before?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, and what was the occasion? How is it that came to be in your hands to see it?
Right. For what a DA brought it over to me yesterday, and I was able to view it again for the second time.
Okay. And Your Honor, for the sake of the record, what I will advise the court at this time is that is a USB drive that I actually prepared from the USB drive which was provided by GSW, but it doesn't include as much as the original one did. This includes what is shown on that timeline, items 6 through 12 of the timeline, which covers the time frame from Saturday night, the 13th, at about 10 p.m. to Sunday afternoon. Did I say that correctly?
That is correct. 22:06 to be exact. 10:06 p.m.
10:06 is the time of the first video that's
That's
on there?
correct, yes.
Okay. And so you reviewed that and made sure that I copied the videos that you had given us, or that you had given the GBI, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
And are they all the ones that, not all of them, but the ones that I said are on there, are they on there?
They are on there, yes.
Okay. With tender states 3 at this time, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor. I'm aware that some that originally were on there are not, but they were irrelevant things that didn't pertain to this case, so I have no objection.
Okay, admitted without objection. Or the video is admitted without objection.
Judge, I'm going to give that back from Chief Lewis and just play it to the jury this time, if that's okay. You hold on to that. Yeah, I need this. You hold on to that.
Okay.
And my computer will recognize the USB drive. Then I'm going to play it for the jury. There it is. Okay. So what is going to be the first entry on here? What's the first thing they're going to see?
Oh, the first thing that you're going to see on the at 10:06 p.m. should be Miss Poe, Mr. Williams, and Baby Jackson actually about to enter onto the hallway where Miss Trinity Poague actually resides at in Oaks 2.
Okay. So I'm going to put it up on the screen now. Okay. All right. So the time that is shown here, and I stopped it one second in, but the time that's shown here, or the date, is what?
January
What is the
13th.
date?
January the 13th should be what should be displayed.
Okay. And then the time stamp that's on there is what time?
Should be 10 p.m. which would be 22:06 is kind of how we did it. It was military time, but yes, 10:06 p.m.
10:06 and 19 seconds after, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, and I'm going to at this time, Your Honor, I'm going to play this clip, which is very brief. Okay. Now, the two people that are shown in this clip, or three people, I'm sorry, do you actually know who they are?
At this time, yes, sir.
At
I
this
do.
time, I mean, do you
I
know
did,
who
yes.
they are?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Who are they?
Miss Trinity Poague, Mr. Williams, and Baby Jackson.
Okay. And who's holding the baby?
Miss Trinity Poague.
All right. Okay. So 10:06, they come in to the dorm. All right. Then there is a second clip. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And what is the second clip show? It actually encompasses two pieces of video. Is that right?
Well, still should be January 13th. Should just be Mr. Williams coming off of the hallway alone.
Okay. That's what's designated as item 7 on the timeline, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. And then item 8 is what?
Mr. Williams returning onto the hallway.
Okay. All right. And at this time, Your Honor, we're going to play that section. Okay. So the time that he enters the hallway is 10, or comes out of that door is 10:29:28, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. And then when it shows him going back in, the video skips forward, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and what time does it skip forward to?
10:30 p.m.
10:30 and what, 35 seconds?
That's correct, 35,
Right.
yes.
And that is Mr. Williams again, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
All right. The next video segment on this thumb drive shows what?
That should be on number 9, would it be January the 14th, on that Sunday.
Okay.
And it's going to show Mr. Williams leaving the hallway alone with what appears to be 2 trash bags in his hands.
Okay. And that, in what time is that going to?
11:55, 58 p.m.
All right.
Correction, a.m. I apologize, a.m.
Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Okay. We'll back it up to the start there, okay? 10:29.
It should be on the 14th.
Oh, that's the
Should be
same one that we
14th.
were looking at. Hold on. Let me close that one. Okay. All right. And this shows Mr. Williams coming through that door at what time?
I got him at 11:55, 58 a.m.
Okay.
on that Sunday, January the 14th.
All right. And he's carrying some trash bags, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then did you watch the video to determine the next time that Mr. Williams was back on that floor or back on that hallway?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay. And how long was it until he returned to that hallway?
Looks like about 32 minutes.
Okay. What time did he return to the hallway?
He came back at 12:30.10 a.m. Well, p.m. 10:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. I apologize.
All right. And so, Your Honor, I'm playing that at this time, and that shows Mr. Williams coming at 12:30:10, correct?
12:30 is correct. I'm returning onto the hallway with what appears to be a pizza bag and other bags in his hand.
Okay. And so he goes through the door closes, okay? And then what time does he reappear in this video?
I got 12:30:27 seconds p.m. So that's about a month.
12:31:27?
That's correct, yeah.
12:31:127. So
Correct.
approximately a minute and 17 seconds later.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm going to play that segment at this time, Judge. It's on the same track on this USB, but I'm going to play that segment now. And can you tell what he's doing when he comes through that door?
Yes, sir. He's actually has his child on his arms,
Okay.
which we believe to be baby Jackson.
Right? And he goes out that door at 12:31.
31.
Okay. All right, and then there's a third segment on this same video file. Is that correct? That shows someone else leaving?
Yes.
Okay. What is the next segment on the video?
The next segment would be at 12:36:40 p.m. and Miss Trinity Poague leaves off the hallway.
Okay. And I'm going to play that segment at this time, Your Honor. And that's 12:36:42, correct?
42, correct, yes.
Okay. And then it's back to the beginning. Okay. Were there other entrances or exits by either of those two people to that dormitory on January 14th?
No, sir, it was not.
And you know that because you reviewed all the video, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. I think that may be all I have at this time, Your Honor, with Chief Lewis. You could just 1 second to confer. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Chief Lewis, I'm T. Gamble. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Good. I've got a couple questions for you, and I don't know, you may not know this or not, I'm not sure, but you downloaded all of these videos to assist the GBI in trying to determine some of what happened, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you turned that over to the GBI when you got through with it, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Now, at that time, did you know any of the facts or any information about what had happened other than there'd been a child taken to the hospital with some injuries?
No, sir, I did not.
When you talked to, was it Lieutenant Allen that called you first to tell you about this?
That is correct, yes.
Did he tell you anything at all about what had happened at that time?
No, sir. He just told, well, he did. He told me that the baby had been brought to the hospital unresponsive. But he didn't tell me exactly what happened to the baby. No.
Did he tell you if anyone said what had happened to the child when they first brought him to the hospital?
No, sir, he didn't. He handed the phone to Ms. Trinity Poague.
Well, let me ask you this. Since you have downloaded the video, are you aware of some of the circumstances concerning this case at all, or is that where you ended, was doing the video?
That's kind of why I ended it at, just doing the video.
Were you aware of that the 12:30 video that shows Mr. Williams going back into the Oaks on January 14th? At that time, he had been called by Miss Poague and told that there was an emergency with the child. Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware when I was downloading the footage, though. But since we've had opportunity to look at the case, then yes, I was familiar with kind of what was going on at what point.
So you know that particular set of facts, at least there's some allegations that Miss Poague had called. The way that Mr. Williams found out that the child was in distress was because Miss Poague had called him and said, you need to come back to, and see about the child, right?
Right, I did learn that later. That's correct.
So you know when Mr. Williams entered the dormitory hallway, he was aware that Miss Poague thought it was serious enough to come on back and might need some medical attention, correct?
Well, one would assume. I'm not sure.
I'm going to object, Your Honor, to going any further down the line of questions in terms of, asking what somebody told him is one thing. Asking him if he knows that he would have had or she would have had this information or that information at that particular time. There's no way for him to know because he's not that individual. It's hearsay. And
I'm asking about his information, just what he now knows about it compared to at the time. I'm not going to go any further than that part.
I'll sustain the objection to the extent that you're asking for any other hearsay information.
Won't be asking hearsay, but I do have one follow-up. Did you find it to be, as you watched that video, and you watched Mr. Williams enter that hallway, knowing that it's potentially an emergency, do you find it unusual to see that he is walking very slowly and doesn't seem to be in a hurry?
objection, Your Honor, is asking the witness to characterize something that would essentially be a matter that the jury can observe for themselves from the video.
Sustain that objection to him giving an opinion. Any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Any redirect?
No redirect, Judge.
All right. May this witness be excused?
He may be.
All right. You're free to stay or go, Chief.
Thank you.
Is everybody still comfortable? Do we have, you want to take one more witness before we break? Do we have a witness?
If it factors into that,
Yes, sir.
that determination, what I will tell the court is that the next witness I intend to call is Agent Gibson from the GBI.
So that'll be a more lengthy
there will
witness?
be, I'm not going to say it's going to take an hour and a half or anything, but it's going to be lengthier than anybody we've had so far because there's a lot of exhibits that will be
Okay.
displayed.
Well,